Classical or 80s? What do you feel?
I'm feeling 80s, bro.
All right. Type in band name is Giraffe.
How do you spell giraffe?
G-I-R-A-F-E. What's up, guys? Welcome back to JPMP. I'm Justin.
I'm Manny. I'm really listening for Just JP. Welcome back to
It's weird, right?
It is a little weird.
Y'all can join me there on Just JP.
Oh my gosh.
This is a viewer's choice by Christopher. Excuse me.
Columbus!
If I mispronounce.
Robin!
That was good. I couldn't think of that many Christophers.
Alright, so shout out. Okay, so today... Wait, do you have to... So today, Justin and Manny are going to be doing a viewer's choice. The guy who recommended it is Christopher Pichirillo.
This band would be like a nice 80s style with little progressive elements in it. We love you guys.
When are we doing that Hot Ones episode?
We got a few months, I think.
Like, I really want to do it. Like, I want
Yeah.
it to be like a legitimate
Proper.
thing. Like, it's going to be different set, everything.
Yeah. Okay, so just as a precursor into our Hot Ones...
Is it going to be live?
Kinda-
Is it a live?
I don't know. So on our year anniversary for our channel, we're going to do a Hot Ones style AMA. Ask us anything.
Because we love Hot Ones.
Yes. So, from this point on, start asking your questions in the comments below.
It doesn't have to...
We'll start picking them.
It doesn't have to be music related.
No, the point isn't for it not to be music related.
But ask us
Necessarily.
But ask us like a lot of videos. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of questions because there's like a lot of wings to eat.
Join us on Twitter. Join us in the comments below. Please let us know what you think of the song. Join me on Just JP, my channel. And this is Giraffe with The Way Back Home.
I'm really sorry that happened.
It happens.
New setup.
This is Giraffe with The Way Back Home. Thank you, guys.
I was lost in the city when I chanced on a man who said he was Jesus as he held out his hand. I tossed him a quarter and said, I'm your biggest fan. Do you know the way back home? And the planet sits waiting for this man to appear, who will his last cigarette, and he spoke in a whisper with a voice of regret. You've all heard the answer, but you're not listening yet. Love is the way back
That was good.
That was it.
That's it.
I liked that.
That was really good.
I like that a lot, honestly.
That was very yacht rock, Michael McDonald, but like a little edge to it.
Yeah, like
little rock edge.
I don't want to say progressive because it didn't have a lot of like those kind of elements, like time signatures and those kind of things. But it still did sound kind of progressive. Mm-hmm. I do have a question for you.
Okay.
I want to know if you caught this or if you noticed this, and if you felt the same, and if you guys felt the same as well. This obviously with the synth and the bass had a very 80s vibe.
Yes.
Okay. His vocals, did they at any point remind you of Genesis?
Yeah.
Because especially when on the last part when he says like, "Find the way back home." Obviously that was not sung exactly right, but the way he sang it sounded exactly like not Peter Gabriel, Phil Collins. Mm-hmm. Just the enunciation and the way.
Phil Collins sings in Genesis?
He was the second singer. Peter Gabriel's the first.
Oh,
then
okay,
Phil Collins took over.
Wait, Phil Collins was in Journey, wasn't he?
No. We've done this before. Phil Collins was the drummer for Genesis. But then when Peter Gabriel left, Phil Collins took over the vocals.
Wait, who sings in Journey?
Ooh, that I don't know. But this kind of sounded like Genesis if they took away like the soaring guitar solos and the classical piano.
Like
and
it was kind of
gave it to a more 80s kind of vibe.
It was like a simpler. It was chill. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I thought it was awesome, honestly.
This is Giraffe?
Yeah.
You know what stinks? They're on Spotify.
No, I know. Well, honestly, when I was looking them up and like trying to get all the stuff ready, it was hard to like find a lot of information about them. I don't think they were like that big of a group.
That makes them better.
I love it, honestly. So as soon as those synths come on, that synth and that bass, immediately thrown into the 80s, right? Like a yacht rock, like what you were saying. Like Michael McDonald and Tears for Fears and that kind of thing.
Even the tempo of it was very yacht rock.
Yeah, that nice pulsating bass and drum. But I just feel like I'm not exactly sure what it was, but there was something about the way it evolved throughout the song that made it differentiated it between like just another 80s yacht rock kind of song. And I'm not 100% sure what it was exactly, to be honest, but I liked it though.
That's the thing
as a whole.
That's the thing with first listens, bro.
You can't always pick out exactly every single little detail, but you can generally get an idea of if you like it or not. And I honestly really did like this.
What do you give that? I give it like a 4.5.
I agree.
Yeah. I want to hear more about Giraffe.
As far as I can see, this is the only album that they've ever released.
Interesting.
The View From Here is the name of the album. And if you look at like the track listing and some of the times, I mean, they have an 8-minute song, Progress. Most of their songs are around 5 minutes.
I Will Survive. I know that song. I Will Survive.
Wrong. No.
No? Earth, Wind, and Fire. Right? Goodness.
And it has a
repetitiveness.
Yeah, and it has a slightly dancey vibe to it.
Slightly, yeah.
Slightly. It has, maybe not dancey, maybe not to that extent, but a groovy vibe to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I give that song a 4.5. I really did enjoy that a lot. Chris, thank you so much for the recommendation. Cause
it was really good.
I'm really interested to see the rest of the album, especially with what you said, that it's kind of like a progressive 80s kind of sound. Like that's super interesting to me because I do like that sound overall. So
it was great.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us. It really does mean a lot to us. The support that you've given us, the comments. We love reading your comments, even the mean ones. It's okay. But, people really hate the Beatles one.
Strawberry Fields?
But we did 2 songs. Remember, we did A Day in the Life and then Strawberry Fields.
I remember. They weren't that good.
We like Strawberry Fields.
I know, but they were okay. Like it wasn't.
They're good. I understand the influence, but that doesn't mean I'm going to like the song.
Yeah, I don't really like. I don't really like the Beatles.
But then I love.
What's another band that other people like a lot?
I don't know.
Pink Floyd. I don't really like them too much. I was watching a documentary on Linkin Park, and people were comparing Thousand Suns, that album, to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon.
No.
I'm like, really?
See, now we're kind of now even me. Yeah, no, it's kind of stretching it a little bit. Yeah. It's definitely nowhere near as influential or interesting.
It's artistic.
Maybe that's what they're comparing it.
Maybe.
Like
Obscure.
a band kind of taking a leap to maybe a different.
Yeah,
kind
but
of
I'm just like, I don't know if it's necessarily the same. Now, Hybrid Theory and Meteora, those were very influential and I feel
Sure.
like groundbreaking albums. Hybrid
But
Theory,
to that genre.
Hybrid Theory. I mean, they were probably the first of its genre to start doing that stuff. Hybrid Theory? No, what's another one? Am I
Mixing rock and rap?
Yeah,
Not at all.
But in that way, who?
In the
I mean,
new
you
metal
have- you
in
have-
the new metal phase, sure.
That's what I mean. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, you have Bad Brains and like those type of guys too
Correct.
that had those influences.
But that's older.
But I'm talking about a refined sort of like album. I mean, that album was like multi-platinum, like and defined it in the
Mm-hmm.
sense of they made an album about it.
I'm sure there's a ton of them.
I disagree. I feel like,
But how much have you looked into it?
About 50%.
I think that I know for a fact there's a lot more, a ton more behind.
But you don't think
Mixing-
But you don't think Hybrid Theory was
Think
influential?
of Korn. Slipknot even. Slipknot is considered rap when they were the
they
way
were
that they
90s,
delivered.
they were 90s, right?
Early 90s. They were before
I
Linkin
know
Park.
they were influential in their own genre.
You're talking about specifically Linkin Park style.
that style.
But let's be honest. Linkin Park has a distinct style that they do. Slipknot has a certain style they do. Korn has a certain style they do.
Of course.
If we're mixing rap into each of those, yes, they each have elements of rap. Sure, Linkin Park a little bit more. But
I mean, a little bit more.
Okay.
Hybrid Theory,
50%
it was
more.
It was
Yeah,
very evident.
Yeah.
It was verse, rap, chorus,
Yeah,
singing.
no, absolutely. I agree with you in that it is absolutely historical and influential in the rap rock
That's
genre.
it. That's it.
But it's not the first
Okay, not the first, but it is historical.
for their sound.
Yeah,
Because I think they
That's
made
it.
they have a very distinct and unique sound that
in that
catapulted
album.
them.
In that album,
Catapulted them
yes,
to success.
yes.
Yes.
That's it. That's all I'm
It
saying.
was accessible, yet still hard edge enough that like you found something. You know, like yeah.
It was almost radio friendly in a sense.
Yes, while still being able to maintain a sort of
They were I feel like they were
nonconformity.
I feel like they were the first ones to actually be catapulted in that aspect, though.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, they were before Limp Bizkit, though. No,
I think Limp Bizkit was before them.
but Limp Bizkit wasn't as big as Linkin Park.
No, but
That's what
are
I'm
we
saying.
are we arguing big?
Both. Limp Bizkit may have been first, but there's a lot of people that were probably doing it first, but they weren't like. There's probably there's probably a ton of artists that we've never heard of. That are
You're just talking
probably
about the band that made it, like to a certain
that
extent.
made it. And,
Oh well,
and also
Linkin Park's one of the biggest bands. Period.
yes,
So can't argue that.
And also, like, for as much crap as Linkin Park gets, I do commend them for their willingness to do different things. Like,
Yeah.
Minutes to Midnight was like a really
It was
weird
a risk.
album.
It was a risk. Certain albums were a
Huge
risk
risk.
for a band like that.
Thousand Suns was
Mm-hmm.
like
I thought that was a big risk.
that was kind of a stretch. Good in its own way, I suppose, but whatever. I think the biggest one that they went through with like going back to the style was Living Things.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a good mixture of like their electronic and then their rapping like they used to do. And I say Meteora is my favorite album though.
What's their latest album that they did? The last one. One
More Light.
See, here's the thing. Honestly, I feel that One More Light could have been a huge success for Linkin Park. Honestly, because I understand a band growing, maturing. They don't want to do like this crazy stuff anymore
Like
necessarily.
Over.
Right. I understand that. And
By the way, I love Ulver.
really?
They're so good.
Really?
That album though.
Okay. Okay.
The album that you showed me, it was very like
Get your hand off me, man.
Animatrix, like very.
It's good, right?
It's really good. My dad was even listening to it. He's like, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. It's good.
But yeah, I honestly would have supported that album, but it's not that they switched styles.
It's not that.
It's just what they switched to and how they actually sounded and actually took, portrayed it.
but according-
just super sounded very generic and very.
But according to them, what they said is whatever style you're listening to, they've already thought about a year and a half to 2 years prior. So apparently they were the first ones to think of that.
No, you're never the first. Get that out of here. I don't care what they say.
That's what they say.
They could have been thinking about it, sure, but no.
I think it's all about what you hear first, what other people hear first. So like I've been
Well, it
hearing
also-
that high pitched beat kind of thing for a while.
but-
I don't really like. I've listened to that album all the way through. I don't like it. It's not my favorite album from them. It really isn't. I don't think. I think that if they really wanted to go different, they should have still stuck with a little bit more of the rap rock kind of thing.
If
Like,
they wanted to go softer, you know what I feel?
you could. Yeah.
They could have gone to like a Coldplay kind of sound. Because Coldplay, even though to an extent they have a
Yeah.
emotional, poppy, but subdued style, they still have a unique sound to them, I
Yeah.
feel. So Linkin Park has a unique sound, but when they went and just did this generic, soft ballad, R&B, poppy kind of thing, it just didn't sound good, regardless of whoever it was. It could have been Linkin Park. It could have been Rihanna. I don't care. I don't care who makes the music.
Yeah.
Does it sound good? If Cardi B came with a prog rock album, I'd think that'd be the most interesting thing in the world.
Yeah.
For her to even take that task on.
I think it would have been interesting for Linkin Park to go back into the rap rock scene.
But they did with Hunting Party. They did that.
I disagree.
They,
I disagree.
But they did that. That was their return
I do
to
not
that.
feel that Hunting Party was a Hybrid Theory Meteor mixture. I feel like it was a more of a punk kind of like thrashier kind of thing. Living Things had way more elements of Meteor and Hybrid Theory with the rap.
I think they never went back to that exact sound of Hybrid Theory and Meteor. I think Living Things was closer to their electronic part.
Yes.
And then Hunting Party was closer to their rock part.
One step closer.
Yes. Crawling.
Yeah. Lying away from you, like all that stuff.
They've never gone back to that exact balance of that album.
They could have.
But I don't feel like they needed to. I felt both albums, at least you got like a good side of it.
Honestly,
and you have two albums of balance. Like,
yeah. I know.
You got your stuff.
Their last one, I don't mind there being like... I don't mind listening to like one or two radio type of... But even Numb was radio and it's still good.
Yeah, Faint.
Faint was radio and it's still good. But it was good.
But it's because the vocals or some element of it push it over the edge.
And you're just like, oh! And then the radio station is just like, oh, I guess we could put that in.
Yeah. For example, I mean, if you take a band like System of the Down, which if you look at their style is not radio friendly. Mm-hmm. It's super dynamic, it's changing, it's doing all these things. But take a song like BYOB, which has a lot of changes, a lot of dynamics, and that got in the air. Why? Because it was still catchy, as unique as it was. Just like Linkin Park with a song like Faint. As heavy as it was, it was still catchy enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would love to hear something else from them.
Did you listen to that System of the Down song that I did, Spiders?
You did on Just JP, right?
Mm-hmm. Have you heard that song?
Mm-mm. Is that new?
No, it's an older song. They don't have any new stuff. They haven't made any new stuff.
You know who I don't like anymore? Of Mice and Men. I don't like their new stuff.
I haven't listened to them.
It's just like...
Listen to that Dance Gavin Dance song that I did.
All right.
I think you would like that one.
Is it from... Do they have a new album?
It's from their latest album from like last year.
I still haven't listened all the way through
Mothership. I've listened to most of the songs.
Is it good?
Yeah, I like it.
I
like it. But that was also my first album that like I got into them with, so I'm kind of biased, you know.
Daysho's new stuff?
I haven't listened to it.
Besides Pressure, that's the only one I really like so far. I don't like Spellbound. I don't like the other stuff.
I haven't listened to it, but I'm not like...
No, I'm just thinking of these bands randomly. Hop Along has the same stuff. There's a couple new bands I was listening to.
Oh, and that song from Dance Gavin Dance, it has the singer from
Slaves.
Idola.
Oh, I don't know.
Really interesting. I broke it down on my thing, but honestly,
I'll watch the video.
The screaming from Mess, Tillian's high vocals, and this guy has like mid-range smooth vocals. They work really good together.
Okay.
I think
I'll watch the
honestly
video.
think you'll like it. You're gonna put it on after we.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Anyway, that's it.
Who are we even doing?
That was 40 minutes.
80s?
That was like 40 minutes of that one
God.
song. Have fun editing. It's gonna be hard for you to edit.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Seriously appreciate it. Join us on Twitter. We love having conversations with you guys, talking to you kind of off the camera, but slightly behind another screen.
Text us.
We're all joined by screens. It's the way of the 21st century.
Just text us,
Is
guys.
it never mind.
It is the 21st century.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
have another 90 years.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Continue your song recommendations. We're slowly working our way around them, while as well balancing songs that we just want to kind of do on our own.
This channel's not dying. Don't worry about it.
Nah, we're good, bro. Hope you guys
Watch
have
the other ones. We have like how many? Like 100?
What?
100?
Videos?
Yeah.